A walk through Holy Week. Jesus prays for unity. In the Gospel named for John, we read these words. After Jesus said this, he looked up to the heavens and prayed. I have revealed to you those whom you gave me out of the world. They were yours, and you gave them to me, and they have obeyed your word. Now they know that everything you have given me comes from you. For I gave them the words you gave me, and they accepted them. They knew with certainty that I came from you, and they believed that you sent me. I pray for them. I am not praying for the world, but for those you have given me, for they are yours. All I have is yours, and all you have is mine, and glory has come to me through them. I will remain in the world no longer, but they are still in the world, and I come to you. Protect them by the power of your name, the name you gave me, so that they may be one, as we are one. I am coming to you now, and I say these things while I am still in the world, so that they may have the full measure of my joy within them. My prayer is not that you take them out of the world, but that you protect them from all evil. Sanctify them by your truth. As you sent me into the world, I send them into the world. And my prayer is not for them alone. I pray also for those who believe in me through their message. This morning, I invite you to open your eyes and ears and your imagination and listen to a story. The story of one who was there. My name is Mary. You will know me best as the sister of Martha and Lazarus. I spent much time in the company of Jesus, both inside and outside our home. What I loved most about him was the way that he made me feel. He helped me to understand that I was an important part of his ministry. He included all of us in his teachings, and he encouraged me to grow in wisdom and in truth. By his actions, I saw how he broke down the barriers of race, religion, gender, economic status, and helped us to see how each person was a valued and beloved child of God. Oh, there were so many times that he angered those that were in power. And even some who were close to him wondered about his actions. What I remember are things like the day that he stood up for the woman who was about to be stoned and challenged others without sin to throw the first stone. Or the day he spoke to the Samaritan woman, and in that conversation he tore down the barriers between religion, race, and gender. Then there was the woman who confronted him, got into an argument with him really about the food from the table. And I watched as in their bantering back and forth, a light came into Jesus' eyes, and he seemed to gain new understanding. In fact, she helped him to see. And he changed. I remember the story he told us about the Good Samaritan holding up a foreigner for us as an example. But it wasn't just in the stories that he told. It was in all of the things that he did. Simple things, like talking to the diseased and the outcast, blessing the children, picking grain on the Sabbath so that we could be fed. All of these things helped us to see a world of equality and justice, marked by care and compassion, a place where we all lived into right relationship. The final week of his life, and I don't know if he really knew exactly what was going to happen, but I know that he felt he needed to make a statement. He needed to somehow imprint on our hearts and minds all that he had been teaching us up to this moment. He wanted us to know the possibilities and be empowered to stand up for what was right and just and true. One of the things that he did regularly and invited us, encouraged us to do, was to pray, to tap into the Spirit's power and renew our souls, to pray with each other, and for our world. During the final week of his life, after the parade into the city, after the cleansing of the temple, after he was anointed, Jesus prayed. In that moment, connected to a power that is difficult to explain, his words touched my being. He prayed for understanding, for knowledge, for courage. And then he prayed for us, that we might walk faithfully and be united in purpose and in truth. As he prayed, I felt those words rest in my being, and indeed, I could see the Spirit as it descended upon us. This was not just a prayer. It was, in fact, a commissioning. We had been chosen. Now we were consecrated. And in his words, he was sending us out in his name. The prayer that night was also for others. In his words, I pray for all those who will come to believe. And that means you. You are here because we were faithful witnesses. And Jesus' prayer is that you too will now walk in wisdom and in truth, united as one, so that your witness will speak to those yet to come. I invite you now to take some deep breaths. Tonight, unite your energy with the energy of the universe. and to pray the prayer of Jesus, that we might be one. Amen and amen.